You're watching the Central Post. This is Samiksha Ajay. Well, Mexico just sent Indian exporters a New Year's gift nobody asked for, wrapped in a red tape and tied with a 50% tariff. As on December 10th, the Mexican Senate decided that 2026 should start with a bang, a very, very expensive bang. That's why from January 1st, over 1,400 non-FTA products, that is cars, steel, textiles, chemicals, and even Indian-made Hyundai Creta will face duties up to 50%. That's right, made in India Hyundai Creta that half of the Mexico City drives just got a peso price hike overnight. We're talking duties from 5% all the way up to 50%. And the guest of honor? India, China, South Korea, Thailand, and a few others were invited too. But let's be real. Nobody's shocked when China and India are getting to pay extra taxes though. But what exactly is Mexico taxing? Pretty much everything India loves sending them, Cars, auto parts, clothes, steel, chemicals, plastics, shoes, basically anything that keeps the $11.7 billion trade relationship humming. Last year, India sold $8.9 billion worth of stuff to Mexico and bought only $2.8 billion back. That's a fat $6 billion surplus, 8 years running. And Mexico just looked at the numbers and said, this is too fair, let's fix that. And as I said before, the crown jewel is Indian-made cars. You know those Hyundai Creta, Kia Seltos, Renault Kaigur and Nissan Magnite motors rolling around Mexican streets? Made in Pune and Chennai. Currently, they pay 20% tariff, but from New Year's Day, 50%. FIFTY, 50. But have you wondered why is Mexico doing this? Officially, to protect the local industry and raise $3.8 billion for the budget. But unofficially, they saw Donald Trump sharpening his knife for 2026 tariffs and thought, if we look tough on Asian imports first, maybe he will be nicer to us during the big USMCA review. In one liner, you can think of this as a clever act of survival disguised as an oddly woven friendship bracelet. On the other hand, Indian car makers tried everything. They flew to Mexico City, had meetings, sent polite letters, but it didn't work. Now, to be fair, India isn't the only one. China's in the same boat again. But China has been playing the tariff dodgeball for years. And India was quietly enjoying its best trade run in Latin America. But now we've got a surprise tax bill. But here's where things get interesting for us. Because every cloud, even a tariff cloud, has a made in India silver lining. Companies like Maruti Suzuki, Mahindra and Tata have been flirting with the idea of Mexican factories for years. And guess who just got the strongest nudge in history? A 50% duty is the fastest way to turn, let's think about local manufacturing, to where to assign the least. And while Mexico plays protectionist musical chairs, hoping Trumps give them a gold star in 2026, India is about to discover how quickly a strategic partner can turn into a 50% tax collector yet again. So yes, January shipments are going to hurt. Yes, some prices in Delhi and Mumbai might climb up a little, or a lot once the containers starts rotting at the port. But if history has taught us anything, it's that when world throws herders, India gets a polite invoice for the damage. Mexico wanted to make Indian goods expensive, mission accomplished. They just forgot to mention a part where Indian exporters foot the bill and the surplus vanishes. All they really did was remind Indian industry that the future isn't about exporting cheaper, it is about learning, once again, that in global trade, there are no friends, only interests. And right now, Mexico's interests just got Indian and other Asian exporters a fortune. That's the picture for now. Keep watching the Central Post for more.